This video is brought to you by Soccer.com, North America's largest online soccer retailer. Don't forget to use coupon code 1SR4U13 at checkout for free shipping within the US on any order of $100 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the brand new Adidas Predator LZ2 SLs in the black, metallic silver, and infrared colorway. So as you can see, it comes in your very large drawer style SL model box. It's the same box you're going to find with the Adidas Adipure 11 Pro SL. So open it up. You can see on the inside you got two little compartments there for the shoes, and then one little kind of compartment here at the end that features the bag. So we'll start off with the extras that you get on the inside. The first extra is the set of infrared laces along with the black ones that are already included on the shoes themselves. I'll show you what these look like later in the on-feet portion of the video. You do also get an extra set of comfort insoles. They're pretty much the exact same insoles you would get in a standard pair of Adidas Predator LZ2s. And these come alongside the lightweight insoles that are already included in the shoes themselves. And of course they do include a string bag with the SL models. You can see it's a black mesh material with your Predator and Adidas logos there, along with the strings in that infrared orange, again to match the shoes. So that's pretty much it for extras, so I'll get the shoes out of the box really quickly, get this gigantic box out of the way, and if you guys could take a quick second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the Adidas Predator LZ2 SL. And to be completely honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting much from this particular release from Adidas, mainly because the Predator SL models from the Adi Power to the original LZ, to me just weren't really the same as the regular or standard Predator model, if you will. But I have to say that I'm impressed with what Adidas has done with the Predator LZ2 SL. They've made some really good changes to the shoe, and to me the LZ2 SL is actually an SL model that I think a lot of people are going to take a look at, because it actually does have all of the essential Predator elements that you're going to get from the standard version, but of course in a super lightweight package. So obviously one of the major downsides of the previous two Predator SLs is that they didn't actually have the Predator elements, and that is not true about the LZ2 SL. It has all of the same rubber elements that you're going to find on the standard Predator LZ2, all 5 zones. So you have your passing zone, your sweet spot, your striking element, your first touch zone, and of course your dribble zone on the outside, all of which provide some really nice grip on the ball without feeling too grippy. And again, I've said this before, and if you're not a fan of having a lot of grip on the ball, you should probably stay away from the Predator LZ series altogether. But it definitely is something different, especially if you are looking to try something that does have a lot of grip. There's not really anything that compares to the overall feel that you're going to get from the Predator LZ series. So overall, all the rubber elements are that same rubber material you're going to get on the standard LZ2. You can see they have some pretty funky colors about them. You got that electric yellow, or like a very highlighter yellow color here on the instep for the passing pad, and of course the sweet spot. And then you have that infrared orange, which is again very, very bright. And then here on the dribble zone you have a nice purple color that actually looks really, really good. The base of the upper is black, as you can see, and there's kind of like a detail on there with these little stripes, and of course the graphics going around the heel. And then the Adidas stripes themselves, as well as the graphics here on the tongue, are in a metallic silver, and overall the colorway just looks really, really sharp. Now the upper itself is made from a single layer sprint skin synthetic, the same thing that you're going to find on the synthetic version of the F50 Adi Zero, but I have to say that this version of sprint skin feels really, really soft, much softer than what you're going to find on the synthetic Adi Zero, and overall the quality is just fantastic, making for a very comfortable, a great fit, and still plenty of flexibility in the boot. So you're going to get that nice close touch on the ball with the additional feel of the rubber elements. So I'm curious to see how this shoe is actually going to perform and what kind of touch it's going to offer. You still have your off-center lacing system, as you guys can see, perforated synthetic tongue, again to match the thickness of the rest of the upper. Still plenty of padding here in the heel liner. It's made out of like a synthetic nubuck material, so it's very, very smooth. Then you have your grippy elements on the inside. Provide some really nice step and comfort given the lightweight nature of the boot itself. Give you guys a quick look at the lightweight insole. It's pretty much the same as the comfort insole, if you will, or the standard LZ insole, except it has perforations all throughout. So it's not actually that much lighter, and of course it has a mesh liner as opposed to a synthetic suede. So a little bit different there, but overall the performance should be very, very similar. And then what's also unique about the Predator LZ2 SL is that instead of featuring the standard LZ sprint frame, you get the Adi Zero sprint frame. So you do have that external heel counter, which is something that I'm personally a big fan of. I definitely prefer this over having the standard LZ internal heel counter. And then of course the stud pattern is also the same as what you're going to find on the F50 Adizero with your triangular studs. And of course the My Coach chip is compatible with your slot right there in the middle of the shoe. One thing that I did want to mention is that there are some little additional pieces of TPU banding here around the edges of the toe box where the sole plate meets the upper, and that's just there for some additional durability as far as I can tell, because the upper is so thin. So you have a little band right there, and then of course the rubber provides a really good seal between the upper and the sole plate. Then you also have another little strip right there, and then on the instep you also have a little strip. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. Very interesting idea by Adidas, and it's probably going to do its part in helping the overall longevity and durability of the boot itself. So definitely a nice little feature that they added on that they didn't necessarily have to with the LZ2 SL. So that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing portion of this video goes. And to move on to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. Given that this is the SL or super light version of the Predator LZ2, you would expect these guys to be pretty lightweight, and you definitely get that feel with this particular model, both in hand and on feet. So for the sake of comparison, I'm going to throw these guys on the scale for you. Keep in mind that this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US, so we're going to throw this on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 6.8 ounces, so very lightweight. Just for comparison's sake, the regular Predator LZ2 weighs in somewhere above the 8-ounce mark. So these are quite a bit lighter, even though it may only be a little bit over an ounce. It actually does make a pretty big difference in terms of how lightweight the shoes actually feel, especially in hand, not so much on feet. But if you are looking for a lighter alternative to the Predator LZ2 without sacrificing that feel, then the LZ2 SL is definitely something to take a look at. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video goes. And I move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the Predator LZ2 SLs on feet. And overall, they actually feel very similar to the standard model, with the one exception that they do feel a little bit thinner due to the thin sprint skin synthetic upper, and for that reason as well, they feel a little bit more flexible than the standard version of the LZ2, especially from right out of the box. What is definitely the highlight of this particular shoe is that single layer sprint skin upper. It's definitely the softest version of sprint skin that I've personally ever worn in an Adidas boot, and I'm really curious to see how it's going to perform with these rubber Predator elements scattered throughout the upper itself. As far as the fit of the boot goes, it's shaped very similarly to the standard version of the LZ2. So you do have plenty of width through the midfoot and forefoot area, while the toe box area does have a slightly tighter fit. So this should fit pretty much most foot types, just as long as you don't have an overly wide foot shape. As far as sizing goes, I knew that the sprint skin was not going to have the same amount of stretch that you can get out of the hybrid touch synthetic found on the standard model. So I went up from a size 9 to a size 9.5 for the LZ2, and the fit in the length is pretty much perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would personally recommend going a half size up from the standard LZ2 model. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the Predator LZ2 SL. I was personally a really big fan of the standard LZ2 model, so I'm really excited to give these guys a try. The sprint skin synthetic is really nice and soft. It has all of the Predator elements, not to mention the lightweight construction with the Adizero sprint frame. So overall, this is definitely a very promising shoe. Look out for my full review hopefully in the next couple of weeks once I've had a chance to wear these guys. I'm also contemplating doing a little bit of a playtest video, so if you guys would be interested in seeing that, be sure to leave a comment down below. In the meantime, if you guys want to check out the review page on my website, linked down below in the description, you will find the high quality images of this exact pair here to give you a better idea as to how it actually does look in person, as well as buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media links down below in the description. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.